Hello everybody, welcome along to Walsall once again. The FBC5 take on Manchester United in the Westie TV Charity Cup, and well, it's been dominant all across the tournament so far from these two sides. United making out in second place in the group and beating Arsenal, favoured for the Premier League title this season, and the FBC5 beat the Aussie Lions to make it to a first quarter-final in the Westie TV Charity Cup. Well then, two sides looking to progress to a semi-final against either Bayern or Liverpool. But for the FBC5, Daniel Baker once again taking the captain's armband. New substitutes on the bench tonight, with Timo de Gea in goal, Mulligan, Corlow and Baker handling the back four. Joker, Alves, Taylor, Pasalic, Matic and Van Dam, a formidable pairing up front. One for United to look out for tonight. Well, some big names on the bench too. Softer, Sardeless, and also Patrick Rogers as well tonight. But Manchester United, well, they've brought some surprises of their own. Diogo Dalot returns to the lineup as well. Amad Diallo on the bench. And West moves into the midfield like he has against Arsenal. But for Manchester United, one goal in the past two games in the Charity Cup. Bruno Fernandes takes the captain's armband again. Lamans drops to the bench. Corsby in goal. Dalot, De Ligt, Yoro, Mazraoui, Mainu, Fernandes and West, Cunha, Sesko and Mbuemo, the front three. And sorry, I've already pronounced Brian Mbuemo's name wrong. That's strike one, I think you might say, on tonight's coverage. But the FBC5 are ready, Manchester United are ready. We're up and underway here in Walsall. Manchester United visit for the first Charity Cup quarter-final, the first major European quarter-final since Barcelona. And well, it's whipped across, and Yoro and Corsby had to be there almost from Manchester United, letting it slip already inside the first 5 minutes. West to Yoro, back to Dalot. Dalot cross right, and Mbuemo to West. Well, West has been taking Brian Mbuemo's position in the group stage, and Brian Mbuemo's down the right-hand side now. Mbuemo for Manchester United, and Mulligan knocks it out for a corner kick. Well, an unbeaten streak in 7 for Manchester United's Ruben Amorim going into the international break, and well, Manchester United, I'm sure, will be appreciative of that effort. Mainu whipped into the box, no one there. And Daniel Baker is there to head away. West heads it back though, and Mbuemo losing it out, and Mulligan hitting it upfield. Well, the FBC5 have been... Well, actually, one thing about the match ball tonight you may notice, it is the replica of the 2002 UEFA Champions League final in Glasgow by Leverkusen and Real Madrid. You might remember it from a very famous Zinedine Zidane volley that night at Hampton Park. Benjamin Sesko. Fernandes wide to Mazraoui. West, Mazraoui again. Joker picking up the ball on the left-hand side. Played forward. Now Andrew Matic is through, and Mazraoui's on the chase. Matic, great feet. Pedro Alves scored 2 against Aussie Lions. Joker. Pedro Alves back to Matic. Almas Pasalic now in the edge of the area. Owen Taylor finding the right path, and Mazraoui picks it up, and Manchester United are free again. West progressing forward. And well, Pedro Alves going right in the back twice. West still going. Cut away by Pablo Corralón. Matic wide out to Joe Mulligan. Joker to Tema. Pedro Alves in the middle. Matic. Wide to Joker once more. FBC5 building, looking for the ball. And it's almost there. And Dallo and Corsby connecting. Keeping it nice and tight in defence. Well, many incredible players have played with this ball. Brian Mbeumo's on free on the right-hand side. He's gone a bit wide. Brian Mbeumo still going. Bruno Fernandes. West! Oh! De Gea with an excellent save. West denied. Well, that's the first major chance of the game. The first shot on target from Manchester United. Mbeumo looking to find De Ligt. Scored against Tottenham the other week with a header. Knocked down, and Bruno Fernandes picking one up. Scored against Arsenal in the Charity Cup round of 16 to send them through. A brilliant free kick from 35 yards. Cunha knocked all the way in. Sesko trying to find the end of it. Mbeumo gets it on the edge of it. Bruno Fernandes for Manchester United. Mazraoui. West wide to Brian Mbeumo. West. Looking to find the cross. Whipped in for Kobbie Mainoo. Sesko! Offside. Penalty given actually for Manchester United. A mistake. And I think it's being centred on Pablo Corralón. And was it? Oh, I think it was the elbow on Kobbie Mainoo. The elbow went flying. We've seen some suspicious penalties. We had 3 in the Women's Charity Cup the other night. Chelsea and Arsenal. Got a right and scored 1 of the 3. Fernandes now for Manchester United. Oh, brilliant penalty from Bruno Fernandes. Put low into the bottom corner. And Manchester United leading Walsall. It's a gift from the FBC5, but Manchester United will take it with open arms. Timo de Gea not quite reaching that one. Guessed the right way, but just the timing wasn't quite there. De Gea, of course, the only keeper in this competition to... Well, fun fact about him, he's the only keeper in the competition ever to wear goalkeeping trousers. Take away that from what you will. Owen Taylor, FBC5 get us back underway for the 5 minutes left in this first half here in Walsall. Well, why FBC5 using Walsall? Well, Andrew Matic is based in Walsall and got a fantastic agreement with the club to partnership with the esports team for this charity cup. Sanirius, Almas Pasilic now in the box for the FBC5. Into the area trying to find the right ball. Owen Taylor. Fernandes picking out Matheus Cunha, and now Manchester United can fly. Might not be enough here. Matheus Cunha. We've surely played more added time than we really warranted. Played into the box. Sesko! Oh, brilliant! The referee let it play as a last attack. Benjamin Sesko has a first Charity Cup goal for Manchester United. All played down the left. And well, this replay angle is something. Well, we've seen volleys from Zidane. And we finally see at Manchester United a bit of Benjamin Sesko. And well, that is the end of the first half. Controversial for maybe the FBC5 players. They're thinking they may have been hard done by that added time goal. But Benjamin Sesko on his bike to score. Fernandes with a penalty. And the half-time break. FBC 5-0, Manchester United 2. Here we are then, second half then underway here in Walsall. Manchester United 2-0 up at the break, and I'm sure searching for more. Manchester United have made the semi-finals before. And last year they were knocked out to Real Madrid after a disappointing leg at the Santiago Bernabéu last year. Here's Dallo, played forward to Mateus Cunha, and Manchester United might really put the FBC5 to the sword. Here's Sesko, played back to Mainu. West on the edge of the area. West holding it. Cunha. Manchester United trying to break them down. West. Fernandez. De Gea makes the save. Paulo clears away. Pedro Alves with the final touch to get it clear. West. And Mbumo on the right. Kobe Mainu to Cunha. Brazilian magic in the box. Sesko! Oh. Wide of the mark. The header was there. And well, he can rise high. But not quite to be for the Slovenian striker. De Gea with the goal kick forward. Well, the FBC5 have had some chances, but Matic was the only chance so far. And we see some substitutions here. Almas Pasalic is trying to order the team forward. Hasn't got very many options. Owen Taylor headed down for Pasalic again. Good play from the FBC5. That was clever. Olaf van Dam into Matic. Pasalic. Owen Taylor. Olaf van Dam again. Taylor once more. Taylor shooting and Corsby saving. Here's Cunha. And that was absolutely abhorrent from Mateus Cunha on the left-hand side. Harry Maguire coming on for Lene Yoro now. He's been at the forefront of this season with clutch goals under Ruben Amorim. Night in against Lyon, of course, that Europa League quarter-final at Old Trafford. What a night that was. 5-4. We all thought it'd go to penalties. It didn't. And, well, Kobe Mainu and Maguire with that last ditch effort. Here's Mulligan, no. Well, it'd be such a shame to see the FBC5. It would be their first loss of the competition. Of course, if they were to keep it the same tonight. Corlone whipped wide to and Brian Mbumo picking up the ball. Brilliant play. Fernandez. Wide to Mainu again. Sesko. Fernandez. Matthias de Ligt. Cunha on the left. Mainu there still. Cunha. Trying to play the pass and Ross Hanley on the right. Pasalic back to Kapic. Daniel Baker in the middle. Pablo Corlone. Spaniard playing it to Mulligan. Joker on the left hand side. Played forward to Matic. Matic in an acre of space here for the FBC5, trying to force his way through. Typical and one style from FBC. Ross Hanley clearing it clear. And well, I think we're going to start to see some debuts. Sardolas coming on for Pedro Alves. West coming off for Amad Diallo. Now, how do you play this, Manchester United? 2 goals up. Do you take it to Old Trafford and sit back and take it to Old Trafford? I don't think they're going to here. Mainu. Cunha on the left. Played in. And Pablo Corlone. Mainu. And well, there's a foul given for the FBC5. Taken quickly by Owen Taylor. Matthias de Ligt back to Mainu. Fernandez. Sesko. Wide to Brian Mbumo. Kept out, and I think there was an offside flag potentially. Mason Mount comes on for Bruno Fernandes. Well, he got a captain's goal earlier from the penalty. Good performance tonight from Bruno Fernandes. The FBC5 might feel quite hard done by this result tonight. But don't forget you can catch the second leg next week. You can go and donate. JustGiving.com/page/Westie TV for Mind. You go and see what Mind and all the fantastic work it's been doing. Mind.co.uk. Please donate what you can. Every goal and clean sheet from this competition. Olaf van Dam to maybe add to the tally. There we go. One back to take back to Manchester. Game still on then. Old Trafford, here we come. And the FBC5 still have a chance. Still have a chance. And well, Olaf van Dam adds 25p to our prize pot tonight. Into the charity pot, sorry, not the prize pot. The prize pot for mine, you might say. 25p extra, which means 75p from this game going directly to mine. Thank you very much for everyone who's come and supported so far. And well, Manchester United come out on top here in Walsall. The FBC5 get a late goal for Olaf van Dam. The goal from Bruno Fernandes and Benjamin Sesko put Manchester United in the driving seat when it comes to Old Trafford next week. Don't miss the second leg. This could be fireworks. But in the meantime, it is all over here in Walsall. Sesko's your man of the match. But full time here. The FBC5 1, Manchester United 2.